What if I want to add two numbers? How many variables will I make use? If I want to add two numbers, how many variables will I make use, guys? Okay, so basically I would say sum is equal to a plus b, isn't it? Okay, so basically I need three variables. This is to store one number, b is for storing another number, and sum is basically to store the result of these two numbers, isn't it? Right? What if I want to add, say five numbers? What if I want to add five numbers? Say sum is equal to a plus b plus c plus d plus e, isn't it? Okay, I think this is a bad method, but still let us have this. What if I want to add 100 numbers? 100 numbers, okay? So what if I want to add 100 numbers, guys? Okay, how many variables do I need? Okay, I think you cannot use 100 variables. I know it is possible to use 100 variables, but that is one of the worst way to actually do coding, isn't it? Isn't it, guys? Yes or no? It is one of the worst way to actually write 100 variables in your program and then write a plus b plus c plus d plus e and all that, right? So for that reason, okay, we basically make use of a concept called as, what is it? What is it called as, guys? The concept called as what? We call it as arrays. What is it called as? It is basically called as arrays. Okay, so what is an array? Let me give you the definition for it. What do you mean by an array? An array is nothing but a group of elements, okay, put together, provided each element will be of the same data type. Is that okay? What do you mean by an array, guys? Tell me. Arrays are nothing but group of elements which are put together. Okay, these are all group of elements which are put together, provided each element will be of the same data type. Is that okay? Can you please put that in the chat box, guys? What is an array? Array is nothing but a group of elements that are put together where each element will be of the same data type. Is that okay? Is that okay? Anyone has doubt, you can actually unmute yourself and talk to me now. Okay, group of elements of same data type. Is that okay, guys? Yes or no? Can I proceed further? Hope you did not have any doubt. I'll explain this in detail. Don't worry with examples. Okay, so shall I go ahead now? A group of elements put together with the same data type. Is that okay? Now, having said that, let us keep array as it is for now. Let me ask you one more question. Okay, now if suppose I want to give values into a variable, if I want to give a value into a variable, in how many ways I can give values into this variable, guys? Tell me, in how many ways can I actually give values into this variable? Okay, there are three ways, isn't it? There are three ways in which you can actually give values to it. Yes or no? Okay, so what are they? First is what is called as, let me remove this from here, let me remove this, I'll have enough space. Okay, let me even reduce the size of this. Okay, okay, right. Now tell me in how many ways I can give. First way is I can say int a is equal to, okay, 6. This is one way. What is this called as? What is this method called as? This method is called as initialization, isn't it? This method is called as initialization. Okay, what is the second method? Second method is I would say int a semicolon, and then I would say a is equal to 6 semicolon, isn't it? What is this method called as? This method is called as assignment. This method is called as assignment, isn't it? There is a third method. What is the third method to give value into it? Okay, so I can take the value during runtime, okay, through the keyboard, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? I can take it through the keyboard, no? So what is that? I would say int a semicolon, okay, and then I would say a is equal to in dot nextend, isn't it? I would use nextend method to actually take the value into this, where in is nothing but object of a scanner class. Assume I have written scanner and all that. Okay, I'm not showing it to you now over here, right? Do you understand? So this is during runtime. This is during runtime. So in three ways you can actually give values into a variable. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Any doubt in this? Till now, any doubt in this, guys? Tell me quickly. Is there any doubt in your in this? Okay, I'm waiting for you. Okay, no doubts. Can I proceed further? Anyone? I'm waiting for you, guys. Quickly, I'll give you 30 seconds. Any doubt in this? I'll proceed. Okay, now having said that, similarly this is for a normal variable. Okay, this is basically for a normal variable, right? Similar. Okay, what happened to this? Give me a moment. Eraser. Okay, hard error. Okay, so basically the same thing will happen even for an array also. The same thing will happen for an array also. Okay, so for an array also you can basically give values in, okay, three ways. Okay, what, how many ways, guys? Tell me. In an array you can put values in three ways, guys. How many ways? Tell me in the chat box how many ways. Okay, you can give it in three ways, right? So what are they? What is the first method? What is the first method? Put that in the chat box. First method is what? Initialization. Second method is what? What is the second method? Okay, what is the second method? Okay, just give me a moment, guys. Okay, just give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys, quickly. Guys, just a moment, okay? 1 minute. Okay, hello. Guys, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, right. Now, so basically arrays also can be done in three ways, isn't it? So what are they? First one is basically called as what? Assignment. I mean, first one is initialization. Second method is assignment, and third one, let me write it. First method is initialization. Initialization. Okay. What is the second method? Second method is called as assignment. Okay, assignment. Okay, and third method is taking the value during runtime, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? During runtime, right? So basically, how many ways you can give values into an array? Three ways. First one is initialization, second one is assignment, and third one is during runtime. Okay, now before saying you about arrays and all that, I want to tell you something very important. Okay, so in a Java program, any Java program, when it is actually running in memory, right? When a Java program is being executed in memory, right? That memory for a Java program would be executed or would be divided into mainly two segments. Okay, so Java program when running in memory, right, would be divided into how many segments, guys? It would be divided into two segments. Okay, so what are they? One is called as your stack, okay, and the other one is called as your heap. These, okay, your memory, your whenever your Java program is running in a memory, right? Java program will run in memory, right? Yes or no, guys? So that memory, right, would be divided into how many segments? It would be divided into two segments. What are they? One is your stack, the other one is your heap. Is that okay, guys? Stack and your heap, right? Now, what does the stack contain? Stack will contain all the local variables of that is defined inside a method. Okay, all local variables that are defined inside a method, okay, would be stored on the stack segment. Is that okay, guys? Okay, I'm going very slow so that you must understand this. Is that okay? So if suppose you write a method called as let me write it over here. If suppose you write a method called as void, okay, method or void me or something, and inside this you would write int a, right? Yes or no? Now this is called as what? This is a local variable, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? This is a local variable, right? Local variable means a variable that is defined inside a particular method, that is basically called as a local variable. Yes or no, guys? Tell me, put that in the chat box. Yes or no? This a is called as what? Is basically called as local variable. So such kind of variables which is defined inside a method, right, that would be present in the local variable. I mean, that would be present on the stack segment. That would be present in the stack segment. That is nothing but your activation record. I spoke about activation record now. So this a would be present in the activation record belonging to the method. Now go back and see those activation method, guys. Go back and see activation record. You might remember. Just go and see your activation record quickly. What is the page number? Page number 45. Page numbers 45, guys. Page number 45. Go and say that, just say scene. After seeing that, say scene, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, scene. Okay, so that is basically, guys, please don't mind if the class extends by another 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, right? Yeah, so because I don't want to have discontinuation, that is the reason. Okay, very interesting topic today, right? So did you see that did you see that activation growth? So did you see that num1, num2, k, j, I and all that? Did you see all those things, guys? Yes or no? That is basically called as your local variables. Okay, so they are present on the stack. Is that okay? So that entire thing that will appear and disappear, no, that activation record, that is basically happening on the stack. Is that okay, guys? Guys, is that okay? Hello, guys, is that okay? I'm trying to be very slow so that you understand, right? No, now then you might ask me what would be there on the heap, isn't it? Are you asking me what is there on the heap? Yes or no? Will you ask me what is there on the heap, right? Then on the heap there would be all objects. all runtime objects or all your real-time objects would be there on the heap. Yes or no? So what would be there on the objects, guys? What would be there on the heap, guys? Okay, what would be there on the heap are objects. All runtime objects would be there on the heap. Is that okay? Right? What would be there on the stack? All your local variables which are there as part of your method would be there on the stack. And what is there on the heap is nothing but our objects. All objects would be there on the heap. Now I know that you will ask me this question, Subhash, what do you mean by object? So don't worry, okay, we are only 2 chapter short right now. Immediately after 2 chapter we would be learning about objects and classes. Just hold on till then. Is that okay? So I would be explaining. For now, understand that heap would contain objects. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? Yes or no? Hello, did you understand this much now? Just understand so much. Don't worry about what are objects and all that, right? So stack will contain local variables defined inside a method, and heap would contain objects, right? Now, why am I discussing about stack, heap, objects and all that? Because in Java, okay, your arrays are treated as objects. Your arrays are treated as objects, right? Now, in Java, arrays are treated as objects, my dear friends. Is that okay? And when I say arrays are treated as objects, okay, arrays are nothing but objects. And you know where these objects would be stored? These objects would be stored on the heap. If you create an array of group of elements, okay, that would be stored on the heap segment. That is what I wanted to try, tell you. Is that okay? Is that okay, guys? Did you understand? Okay, let me quickly revise. What do you mean by an array? An array is nothing but group of elements put together, provided each element in that array should be of the same data type. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Okay, so each and every element will be of the same data type. Okay, now in how many ways we can give values into an array? We can give it in 3 ways. What are they? First one is initialization. Okay, second one is second one is your your assignment, and the third one is taking the values during runtime. Is that okay, guys? Okay, fine. So having said that, how many types of stack segment, I mean, how many types of memory locations are there? Tell me. How many memory locations are there, guys? Tell me. How many memory locations are there? Okay, 2 memory locations. What are they? Tell me, what are they? What are those 2 memory locations? One is stack, the other one is heap. Okay, what would be there on the stack? What would be there on the stack? All local variables of your method would be there on the stack. What would be there on the heap? What would be there on the heap? All your objects would be there on the heap. Okay, now why did I talk about objects? Because array are also considered as what? Objects. Arrays also are considered as objects in Java, isn't it? What are object? What are arrays, guys? Array is also an object. Okay, array is treated as an object. Is that okay? So whenever you create an array, the array would be stored on the heap. Is that okay, guys? Hello, is that okay? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Now, having said that, okay. So how do you initialize? Okay, how do you initialize the first method? Okay, how do you create an array? I'm showing it to you now. Listen to me very carefully. Okay, how do you listen to me? How I'm writing it? Okay, how do you create an array? First is, now assume that I want to create an array of integer elements. Okay, guys, I want to create an array of what type, guys? What type, guys? What type of an array I want to create? I want to create array of integer, correct? No. So what is the data type? The data type is int array, okay, a. This is equal to, open the brace, and you can give some values 2, 5, 3, 7 or something like that. Okay, this is basically called as an array creation or a array initialization. Here a is an array of type int, open the bracket, square bracket, or you can call a is an integer array. Is that okay? A is an integer array. What is it, guys? What is A? A is basically an integer array. Okay. Now, as you can see in the book, in the book that I've given in page number 33. Okay. Where should arrays be stored? Where should arrays be stored, guys? Okay. Now, if I write a stack here, let me show this pictorially. Okay. Assume this is your stack. Okay, this is your stack, and then you have your heap, isn't it? Then you have your heap here. Stack and heap you have, correct? Now what happens when I have a stack and heap? Okay, so this 2 3 2 5 3 7, okay, they're all elements in an array, isn't it, guys? So array would be, array is having how many elements? 1 2 3 4, isn't it? Array is having how many elements, guys? It is having 4 elements. Therefore, okay, 4 boxes would be created on the heap. 4 boxes would be created on the heap. 1 2, 3, and 4 boxes would be created like this, and this one is there, no, this is basically called as an, okay, array object. Okay, what is this called as, guys? This is called as what? This is an array, right? So basically we call it as an array, but actually what is it? This is an array object. This is an array object. Now you might be confused. What do you mean by this object? What is Subhash telling? I'm not understanding. Don't worry, absolutely okay. Wait till page number 65. I'll tell you what is an object. For now, understand this is basically an array. Forget about array object, or just you understand that this is basically an array. Okay, and now, okay, don't you think that memory will have addresses, guys? Memory will be having addresses, no? Yes or no? You know that RAM will have address, RAM address, memory address would be there. Yes or no? And don't you think this array will also be stored in some address? Yes or no, guys? Array would be stored in some address, no, right? So that address would come and store in the reference variable called as A. Okay, no? So A is basically a reference. Okay, it is containing the starting address of this particular array, and this A will now start pointing to this array. Is that okay? So A is basically a reference. This reference variable will be on the stack, but the array's address would be stored inside this. And if I want to refer to this particular array, no, then you have to make use of A itself. So what is A? Basically A is nothing but an array. Listen to me carefully, guys. A is a reference to an actual array on the heap, or instead of saying like this with a very long tone, you can say A is an array. Is that okay? Instead of saying A is a reference to an array that is stored on the heap, you can directly call it as A is an array. So anyone with Java experience will know that when you say A is an array, they will understand that A is nothing but a variable that holds the reference, okay, to an array object that is placed on the heap. Is that okay, guys? And this will contain 2, 5, 3, and 7. So this thing is basically called as, an array object. What is it called as? It is called as an array object. And where is the array present? Array is located on the heap segment. Okay, and the starting address of that array is placed on the, okay, is placed in a reference variable called as A. That would be there on the stack. Guys, is that okay? Making I mean, is it understanding what I'm trying to tell you? So that is what is shown on the, in the picture, in the book. It has been shown in the picture over here. Did you see that? Okay, no? This is basically called as initialization. That is, I'm creating an array, okay, and I'm initializing. When I'm creating an array itself, I'm actually, storing its value 2, 5, 3, 7. So this is nothing but a group of elements put together, provided each element will be of the same type. Guys, what is an array? Array is nothing but group of elements put together, where each element in an array would be of the same data type. So if you want to group all your elements in an array, you have to put that within your flower brackets. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Did you understand what I'm actually trying to tell you? Hello, guys. Did you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Hello, yes or no? Is that okay? Understood? Any doubts you can ask me. Okay, wait, let me complete it off, right? So this is basically called as an array, right? Now, what do you mean by an assignment statement? What do you mean by an assignment statement? Assignment is nothing but, okay, first you have to create an array by saying, now listen to me, guys, listen to me. Okay, I am going to introduce you to a very new operator, called as new. The name of the operator itself is called as new operator. Can you please underline in the material, guys? New. In the second example, I've given you int square bracket A is equal to new int 5. Did you see that new operator, guys? Did you see that? Yes or no? Did you see that? Can you please underline that new? New is basically an operator in Java. Okay, now listen to me. It's an operator in Java which is used to allocate some amount of memory for objects to be stored on the heap. Shall I revise this? Shall I repeat it once again? Why is new used? New is an operator in Java which is used to allocate some amount of memory, okay, on the heap to store an object. Shall I repeat once again, guys? Hello, shall I repeat once again? Shall I repeat once again, guys? Hello, yes or no? Right, listen to me carefully. New is an operator which is used to allocate some amount of memory on the heap to store an object. It means, let me write it and explain it to you. Okay, new operator in detail I'll be discussing in classes and objects for now. Okay, so I'm telling you how to create an array. This is, I created an array and I initialized it. Okay, but now to do an assignment, you know what to do? I have to do like this. First is create int square bracket A. Now what is A, guys? A is an array, or A is just a reference that holds an array object? You tell me. If I write just A, if I just write like this, A is an array, or A is just a reference that will in future hold an array? Exactly, it is just a reference, isn't it? I'm saying A is a reference that is basically holding integer, but normally nobody will say A is a reference and all that. Simply they'll call A is an array. But actual meaning is A is only a reference that holds the starting address of an array, isn't it, guys? Now int A, and now shall I show you how to create an object here? How to create this object over here? Now you tell me. No, you tell me, guys. Do you want an array of how many elements? You want an array of how many elements? Tell me. Okay, 5 elements, isn't it? Now see how I'll create an array of 5 elements is equal to, okay, new, and 5 elements would be of what type, guys? What type it would be? It should be an integer, no? So I would say new int within square bracket say 5. So when I say new int, within square bracket 5, you know what happens? Let me draw the diagram once again for you so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so RAM is divided into how many segments? Tell me, guys. RAM is divided into how many segments for a Java program? For a Java program, it is 2 segments. What are they? One is your stack, okay, one is your stack, okay, and the other one is your heap. Okay, very good. It is on your heap. Okay. Now, where is A present? A would be a reference. Okay. Now, what am I doing? What am I doing on the heap, guys? Tell me, what am I doing on the heap? I am saying to the JVM, boss, I want new. New means amount. I want to allocate some amount of memory. Okay, so JVM will ask how much memory you need. I'm saying I need int into 5. It means what? I want to store 5 elements in an array, and each element will be of how many bytes? Each element will be of how many bytes? Integer size, that is 4 bytes, right? So give me 20 bytes of memory is what you are telling to the JVM. So by writing this, what happens is that your JVM will allocate, okay, 20 bytes of memory on the heap. Okay, that is to store 5 elements, 1 2 3 4, like this 5 elements. And this is basically an array, no? Array object, no? And the starting of address of this, no, will come and sit in A. Therefore, so here after allocating that, the starting address would come and sit in A, and therefore A will now start pointing to the heap. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand? So basically A is an array of how many elements? 5 elements. Each element will be an integer. By writing this, have I given elements into an array, guys? Did I put some elements into an array? Is the array containing any elements, guys? Array is not containing any elements, isn't it? What is that I have done? I have only allocated memory, that's all. Okay, no, I have not given. Whereas in the first case, no, the JVM, when I said int A is equal to your flower bracket 2 comma 5 comma 3 comma 7, all this activity was done by the JVM by himself. Okay, so all the JVM did, but in this case I am saying, boss, first allocate memory, and then what is that I'll do? I will have to store value one by one, isn't it? Okay, so if I want to refer to the first element, the index is 0. If I want to refer to the second element, the index is 1. If I want to refer to the third element, the index is 2. If I want to refer to the fourth element, the index is 3. If I want to refer to the fifth element, then the index is 4. Did you get it, guys? Yes or no? So the index for an array element will start from 0. Okay, this is called a 0th box, 1th box, 2th box, 3th box, and 4th box. Okay, so A is basically an array, or technically in detail if you speak, A is a reference that is pointing to an array object on the heap. Instead of saying A is a reference that is pointing to an array object on the heap, you can directly say A is an array, because anyone with Java knowledge will know that arrays are nothing but objects, and that would be stored on the heap. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay, now I have not given any values, and if I want to give any values into it, what is that I have to do? I have to say, okay, into the 0th element, no? So I have to refer to that by saying A of 0 is equal to 2. So 2 will come and sit here. Okay, then if I want to store in the 1th location, I have to say A of 1 is equal to 1. If I say 1, then 1 will come and sit here. Okay, A of 2 is equal to, okay, A of 2 is equal to 3 semicolon. So 3 will come and sit here. Okay, and if I say A of 3 is equal to, okay, say A of 3 is equal to say 9, then what will happen? 9 will come and sit here. Okay, and if I say A of 4 is equal to, okay, say A of 4 is equal to say some value like 7, then what will happen? 7 will come and sit here. If I do like this, all the elements are now been, all the boxes in this array have been filled with values. Is that okay, guys? This is called as assignment. Okay, first you will create an array and then store values into it. That is called as what, guys? It is called as assignment. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand this? This is basically called as an assignment. This is initialization. While creating an array itself, that value has been initialized. This would be done automatically by the JVM. It means creating the memory on the heap and creating an object, and everything would be done by the JVM. Okay, here we have to manually tell what has to be done to the JVM. Is that okay, guys? This is basically called as assignment. Hello, guys, do you understand? Do you understand what I'm actually trying to tell you? Hello, everyone. Did you understand or not? Okay. Now, what is the third method of doing it? What is the third method of doing it, guys? Okay. So, okay, I'm removing this. So, third method is that, okay, first is I have to create an object. First, I have to create an object. Okay. So, let me remove it from here. I'll do it from first. I'll remove everything again and then do it from first. Okay. So, in the third method, what is it I have to do? I have to take the values through the keyboard during runtime, isn't it, guys? And if I want to take the values through the keyboard during runtime, which method I have to use? Tell me which method I have to use. I have to use, no, that is a scanner class. That is a class. I'm talking about method. Which method I have to use? In scanner class, which method I have to use? Next int method. Scanner has many methods, no? Next int, next, double and like that. Which method for an integer? It is next int, isn't it? So what I will do is, first what I have to do, I have to first to create an array, isn't it? So let me again show it to you. You will have a stack, okay, and then you will have a heap, okay. Then what will happen? Okay, so first is, let me show you step by step. First I will do, what is it I'll do? I will create int square bracket a. Okay, so by writing this, what does it mean? It means I am want to have a reference on the stack over here. Okay, and then what will happen is equal to, boss, I'm telling the JVM, boss, I need new memory. Okay, so JVM will ask how much. I will say I need int into 5 because I want to store 5 elements. When I say like this, new int 5, so 5, an array object would be allocated which can hold 5 elements like this on the heap. Okay, on the heap, an array would be generated, okay, would be allocated, so much of memory would be allocated. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then the starting address of this, no, would be stored into the reference here. So the starting address of this would be stored here, and this will start pointing to the heap. Now the first element would be addressed with 0. This is 1, or let me write it like this: 0. This is 1th element, this is 2th element, this is 3th element, and this is 4th element. Is that okay, guys? Now has the value been given to it, guys? Has the value been given to it now? Okay, the value is not given to it, isn't it? Only an array is created, correct? No, so how do I give value to it? How do I give value to it, guys? Tell me. How do I give values to it, guys? So I have to take it through the runtime, isn't it? So how do I do it? So for that, I will make use of a scanner class, correct? No, so scanner in is equal to, okay, new scanner. Did you see that new have been used earlier also? New scanner, okay, system.in. It means I'm creating an object for scanner class. Don't worry about objects and all for now. Okay, then what will I do? Okay, I will put a for loop for I is equal to 0. How many elements, guys? 5 elements, no? I less than 5, I plus plus, okay, open the brace, close brace, and what will I do first time? A of I is equal to in dot next int, in dot next int. When I write like this, what happens? Shall we navigate through the code, guys? Shall we navigate through the code? First time what happens is that I is equal to 0, okay, now 0 is less than 5. Then what happens? Is 0 less than 5? It is true. I will enter into this loop, and a of 0 is equal to, I will take a value through the keyboard. So assume that I gave 2, the 2 will come and sit in a of 0. So it will go and sit in a of 0. Then next time I plus plus, I value will become 1. 1 less than 5 is true. I will enter into this loop. Again, a of 1 is equal to in dot next int. So if I take another value, that will go and sit in a of 1. A of 1 is this one. So if suppose I enter 1 here, that will come and sit here. Okay, again I plus plus, I value will become 2. 2 less than 5 is true, and I will enter into this loop. In dot next int, assume that I entered 9. 9 will come and sit in a of 2. So it will come here like that. Okay, I will fill all the values until I value will become 5. The moment I value will become 5, 5 less than 5 is false. It comes out of the loop, and by then all the elements would be, entered into this particular array. Did you understand this, guys? So this is called as entering the values or taking the values into an array during runtime, okay, through the use of scanner. That is your next int method or the scanner class. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Three ways of creating an array. Okay, no? Now there is one more thing which I did not tell you, is that instead of coding as five, okay, in an array gives us, or Java gives us, a special attribute called as length. What is that, guys? It will give you a special attribute called as length, 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 right? So instead of writing 5, you can write this as, okay, a dot length. Okay, when you say alien, so that there is no mistake, you cannot do any mistake. A dot length will give you the length of an array. It will give you the length of an array. So what is the length of an array, guys? What is the length of an array? The length of an array is 5, right? So when you try to say a dot length, it will give you 5. Instead of you writing 5, by mistake you might write 6 or 7. So instead of using 5, if you are a Java developer, start using a dot length attribute. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand this? Hello, yes or no? Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Am I very fast, guys? I am in one of the slowest mode in my entire teaching career. This is the slowest mode in my entire teaching career, guys. Okay, Suhinder, no, this is not a method. This is only an attribute within your array object. It's an attribute. Is that okay? Is that okay, guys? Okay, I'm giving you 2 minutes time. You can actually ask me doubts. You can ask me doubts, guys. I'm giving you 2 minutes time. You can actually ask me doubts, guys. Hello, any doubts? I'm giving you 2 minutes time. Any doubts? Don't worry, you'll understand. Attributes means it's one of your attributes. Say, okay, can you tell me one of my attribute of Subhash? Subhash gets angry with feature, not a feature. Basically, attribute is not a feature. Okay, it is. If you want to find the length, they have coded within your array class. Okay, a kind of, yeah. You can also call it as a feature. If you want a length, right, it will actually give you a feature characteristic. Yeah, you can call it as a characteristic. Okay, but not exactly characteristic. Also, it is one of the way you through which you can actually get a length. Is that okay? They would have coded it as any of the variable. It is implementation defined. Anyone can actually code it as a array shaker. It's array class method. It is not a method. Yes, please understand. Length is not a method. Okay, it is. They call it as basically an attribute. Okay, no. 1 minute, guys. First, you tell me. Do you understand this? Someone is asking. Okay, 1 minute. If I want to increase the length of an array during runtime, okay, but we'll all discuss all that later. We'll discuss all how to discuss length of an array later during runtime. My question is, did you understand this one? Okay, so Suhinder asking difference between length and length. Okay, there is nothing called as length. There is nothing called as length. Is that okay? There is only length. Okay, they have coded inside your array class to give you the length of this. Is that okay? There is nothing called as length. Length is not there. Okay, it is only length. Okay, so Hinder, I'm talking about arrays over here. String is a different thing. Array, this is basically a normal integer array. That is the string that you are talking about. I'm not even talking about a string. It is array. Okay, no, it has nothing to do with that string. Okay, please, that is a string class. This is an array class. It belongs to an array object. It is an inbuilt attribute which gives you the length of this particular array. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Rohit is asking difference of a of I dot length. In my current example, you don't have any difference between a. I mean, there is a difference. When I say a dot length, a of I dot length will give you an error. Okay, Rohit, in my current example, if I say a of I dot length, that is the second one, will give you an error. A dot length only you have to do. A of I dot length can be done when you're working with multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, A dot length, guys. Okay, let me clear this. Okay, now listen to me. Okay, yeah, 2D array. When you use 2D array, that is valid. For now it is not valid. Okay, so when you say int square bracket a is equal to, open the brace, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, okay, and then say a dot length. Okay, when I say a dot length, okay, it will give you this length, which is nothing but 4. It will give you 4. Okay, now when you say, in my case, a of I dot length, assume this a of 0 dot length. Okay, no, Rohit, it is for you. When I say a of 0 dot length, in my case, you know what happens? You are trying to say 1 dot length, 1 dot length. You are trying to do 1 dot length. A of 0 is nothing but 1, right? Is 1 an array? Is 1 an array, Rohit? Is 1 an array, Rohit? Rohit, please quickly answer, no, so that we can proceed further. Okay, is 1 an array? Rohit, fast man, I'm waiting for you. It was your doubt. Okay, no, you answer my question. Is one an array? It is not an array, isn't it? Length can be used only on an array. Okay, so you cannot use a length on a normal element. So this will give you a compile time error. It is not possible right now. But yes, you can use this on a 2D array. So that I will discuss in the next chapter. Is that okay? Right? Okay, I'm proceeding further, guys. Right? I'm proceeding further. Is that okay? Right? Now, can you quickly see that those example that is there given in the page number 53? Can you see that example which I've given in the page number 53, guys? Yes or no, quickly. The first one is called as initialization, where I'm actually, okay, see that first three examples and ask me if you have any doubt. First three examples. Guys, see the first three examples and ask me any doubt if you have. I'll give you only 1 minute time quickly. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. The first three examples I've underlined with dashes. Ask me any doubt if you have any, so that we can proceed quickly. I'm waiting for 1 minute, guys. I'm waiting for you. So please, I'm waiting for you. Tell me if you have doubts or not. 1 minute. Sharp 8:38. I'll start. Okay. You have to unmute yourself and talk to me. You have to unmute and talk to me.
Hi, sir. Shekhar here.
Yeah, Shekhar, tell me.
Sir, length means we can say like there will be an internal method in array class, so which will
Definitely, yes.
update that
Yeah,
length.
correct. Yes. That is what it is.
Yeah.
So how to code that length is implementation defined. You can either make it as it basically not length is not a method, but you can have a
Yeah,
method internally in the array
length
class,
attribute is
which would be updating
public.
that length attribute.
Yeah, the length attribute is public. So method implemented may be private.
Might be. No. How can method implementation be private? You tell me.
Because we can't access that method, right? Only we can take the attribute.
Okay, but if I mean, why should it be private? Why do you say it is public or private? Why do you say that? I mean, what makes you say that it is public or private? Hello?
Because sir, only length attribute we can access, right?
Correct. So, I
Yeah.
mean, so it can either be public or private, but according to if you say, yes, let us go with the design terminologies, then yes, obviously the method should be public, but I mean, the method should be private, agreed, okay, but not necessarily it should be private or public. So we don't know because it is implementation defined, okay. So only one thing
Okay.
that we can tell you is, yes, I agree with whatever you said, is that, it can have some method or it can have any other way of, identifying the, during runtime, the JVM might be, not necessarily the compiler will do it. Might be the JVM implementation would see the number of elements present and it would actually get updated, isn't it? So there are different methods. So we are not really bothered about how it is getting populated. But one thing is for sure, Java guarantees that, JVM guarantees that, that once your array is created, length would be filled with the number of elements that the array gives us. That is for guaranteed.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, I'm proceeding. Yeah. Okay. Come to the next page, guys. Can you come to the next page? Can you come to the next page? Can you come to the next page? Yeah. In the next page, I've shown you two other ways of creating an array. Did you see that? It is one more way. Just observe that. That is one more way of creating an array. Okay. So just say, tick mark. Just give tick mark to 1 and 2. Just give tick mark to 1 and 2. Okay. So that we can proceed further. There are another two ways which are not frequently used, but I just showed you so that you must know that even that is one of the way of actually giving, values into an array. Or that is one. There are two different ways of creating an array. Is that okay, guys? Okay. Once you've done that, just tick mark those two ways. Okay. Just give a tick mark to that. Just give tick mark to that and say yes, done. Okay. So yeah. Having said that, you remember, guys, when I told you during the loops, okay, in the loops, I told you that there is one more kind of for loop. You remember I told you one more kind of for loop is there? Yes or no? You remember? And what was the name I told you, guys? There is one more kind of for loop. I'll tell you during arrays, I told you. Yes or no? What is that kind of loop, guys? It is basically called as what? For each loop. Yes or no? And that is only, okay. So for each loop, listen to me. For each loop, okay, for each loop can be used only on iterable items. It can be used on what? iterable items. It can be used on iterable items. Okay, so what do you mean by iterable items? Iterable items are those any data structures where one by one item can be fetched, like how you have an array. Okay, array is basically an iterable, okay, data structure. It is basically an iterable data structure where you can actually have, you know, elements fetched one by one by one, isn't it? Yes or no? Now I'll show you how to make use of you know, your for each loop. Now listen to me. Okay, so can anyone talk to me, guys? Can anyone talk to me? Okay, Firasat, you are there. Can you unmute yourself and talk to me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Firasat. Guys, programs we'll do later. Okay, we'll first finish off this, right? Yeah. So in that for each loop, what is the first statement, Mark? Can you please read it quickly?
Int braces a equals to new int
It is not
5.
braces. It is brackets.
Okay, sir.
Braces are flower bracket. Okay. So you're basically having an array and you are allocating 5 memory locations for it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You're allocating 5 memory locations for it. So basically you have an array of 5 elements, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? Hello, everyone okay with that? You have creating an array of 5 elements. Okay. Then what happens next?
System.out.println enter 5 elements.
Yeah, so after creating an array, okay, I'm creating an array, okay, so that is A and box, and you're actually, you know, creating an array of how many elements? 5 boxes you are creating, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. This is basically on the heap, isn't it, Firasat? This is on
Yes,
heap,
sir.
okay, and this is basically on the stack. Okay, then what happens? You're asking to enter, okay, elements into it. Okay, so what will happen? Tell me.
We have to use the scanner.
Assume scanner is there. Yeah, assume whenever I'm saying next in, no, assume scanner is there. Okay, no, I'm not writing it purposefully in every program, but assume it is there. Is that okay? Next you say
Okay.
what happens.
There's a for loop, sir.
For loop int I is equal to
Equals
0.
to 0. I less than a dot length.
What will
And
a
I
dot length give you? What will
length
a
of the
dot
array.
length give you? It will give you length of the array. What is it? It is basically 5, isn't it? It is nothing
Yes,
but 5. Okay, then what happens? Okay, 0 less than 5.
yes, sir. True.
Okay, enter into that loop, and then what happens? Next int
A of
method is
0.
there. Okay, so what will happen? Tell me, through that for loop, what will happen, Firasat?
Through that for loop, we give input through the keyboard. We fill
How
the
many
elements of
times?
the array.
How many times?
5 times.
5 times. So I'll fill some values into it, isn't it? So 5 elements would be stored, isn't it? No. Okay.
Yes.
Next, what is happening? What is happening there? What is happening in the next line?
After filling the elements, there's system.out.println.
Exactly. So I'm using the for each loop, isn't it? So for
Yes.
each loop will take this value. Okay, now that is this format. For, okay, int val or anything for that matter on the left hand side. Okay, there would be a variable. What will be there on the left hand side, guys? Put that in the chat box. What would be on the left hand side? A single variable of any data type. Okay, now what would be there? A single variable of any data type on the left hand side of colon, and on the right hand side of the colon, on the right hand side of the colon, what is it you need? You need an iterable data structure. What is it, guys? Iterable data structure. Tell me what should be there on the right hand side of colon. It should be anything that is iterable, any data structure that would be iterable. Now I have an array, isn't it? Okay, so therefore I will just give the name of an array as A. Okay, A is basically an array. Okay, you know what will happen in this case? Okay, so during this for loop, okay, listen to me carefully, guys. During this for loop, first thing that it does is it will take the first value of an array, okay, and that would be put into this value. Okay, and if I say system.out.println, okay, and then say val, what will get printed? 2 will get printed for the first time. Okay, next again the for loop will come here, and then it will take the next element, that is 1 will get stored into val, and if I come into this loop, and 1 will get printed. Next time, okay, 9 will get into that wall. So this keeps on happening until this entire array will get completed, until this for loop has read the entire array. No, it keeps on reading, and once this array comes to an end, the for loop will come to an end. It will come out of the loop. Is that okay? Guys, you understand how for each will work? Okay, for each, it means for each and every element in this data structure, which is of array. So don't worry about iterable data structure for now. Only understand for now that it works on an array. Later we'll see about what is that iterable data structure on data during when we discuss that data structures. Is that okay? For now, understand this will take, okay, what does the for loop will take is what format will it take? For each loop will take for, okay, then what is it? Okay, tell me, it will contain a colon and like this. On the left hand side, what would be there? On the left hand side, what would be there? A single variable of any data type, any data type. Is that okay? Now on the right hand side, what would be there, guys? On the right hand side, it should be basically, for now, let us make it as an array. Iterable item. For now, we will make it as an array A. And now, what is the type of an array, guys? Tell me, what is the type of an array in our example? What is that array storing? Okay, so Firasat, what is array storing?
Integer, sir.
It is storing integer, isn't it? So if I take one by one, what element am I taking? What is this for taking? What kind of element is it taking one by one?
Integer elements.
Firasat, you are in doubt or what?
Integer elements, sir.
It will take one by one. Array is containing integer, no, Firasat?
Yes, sir.
So one by one, if I take it will be an integer, no? And if I want to store that integer into a variable v, then what should be the type of this?
Integer only, sir.
Integer only, isn't it? Now what is v containing? The first element. Okay, and I can make use of this variable. So what is happening inside this? Tell me now. Inside that loop over here, for int val colon a. So what the first element of a would be stored into val. I will enter into this for loop, and then I will start printing that value. Again, the second element will be fetched from a, and that for loop keeps on running until the entire array is read. Is that okay? Firasat, is that okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Sir, can we use any variable name, sir? Instead of val, you can use any variable name. Variable, any name you can use. Okay, whatever it is. I mean, it's normal as a variable name. Normal variable rules you can use. Is that okay? That is basically called as your for each loop. Okay, guys, will you practice that today? Will you practice it and see the output? Yes or no? Is that okay? Hello? Yes or no? Okay. Or else, shall I show you one program based on that? Shall I show you one program, guys? Okay, I will show you one program so that you'll understand it. Okay. Now, okay. So vi firasat.java. We'll make firasat.java. Okay. Now what I will do is public class. Okay, firasat. Okay. Then public static void main. Okay, string args. Okay, and then what I will do, string args, open the brace and close the brace. And then what will I do now? Okay, so I would take an array int a. Okay, let me take int a is equal to, okay, so what will I do? 2 comma 1 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, so then what will I do, guys? Then what will I do? Tell me what is that I have to do now? I want to print all this value. Okay, what is this? Okay, it is basically, okay, for, okay, then now let me put that colon and open brace. So from which array should I take values? Do you tell me? What is the name of an array? Name of an array is what? A. Okay, now I want to take values one by one. So each element is of what type? Each element is of what type? Tell me, guys, what type is it?
Integer type,
It is
sir.
integer type. So therefore I should have a variable here v of type what? Integer. Okay, now if I want to, okay, if I want to fetch that value, what will I do? I would say system.out.println and then say, okay, so
V.
v is equal to plus v,
Plus V.
isn't it, guys? Okay, now see, let me run this code. Java c firasat.java. Okay, there is no compile time error. Java firasat. Okay, when I say, it says 21345. Did you see that? 21345. Is that okay, guys? Did you see that? Yes or no? Now let me actually change this to, okay, I will make it as boolean. It's a boolean array. In that case, what should be the elements, guys? Tell me, what should be the elements here? Okay,
False.
true, false, false, true, false, isn't it, guys? Okay, now tell me, what is that I have to change here? Tell me, guys, what is that I have to change now?
In for loop, remove int and keep bool.
Exactly. In for loop, I have to remove this integer and I have to make it as what? Boolean. Isn't it? Yes, or did you understand this, guys? Hello, guys, did you understand this? Because
Yes.
I am actually iterating through an array, where each element will be of Boolean. Now, what will happen? Instead of Boolean, I will keep it as integer. I will keep it as integer and then, is it okay, guys? Let me first run this and let me first compile and see what will happen. Isn't okay? Java C firasat.java. Okay, so what does it say? Boolean cannot be converted into an integer. So Boolean cannot be converted into an integer is what your compiler will say. Hope you guys understood this. Yes or no? Guys, did you understand? Okay, so let me make it as Boolean and then see. Okay, so what will happen? Java C firasat.java. Okay, no compile time error, firasat. Therefore, you'll get the entire value over here. Guys, did you understand this? Hello, did you understand this, guys? Okay, I don't think you must have any doubt here now. Is that okay? So I'm removing Firasat from my directory over here. Is that okay? Right, Firasat dot class. Guys, is that okay? It's quite simple, guys, isn't it? Right? Okay, this is basically called as for each loop. So for that for each loop, can you please put a circle mark, guys? Can you put a circle mark like this? Okay, and then say this one like this. You can say, okay, iterable object, or you can call it as iterable object, any object which can be iterated like your array. Just say iterable object. Tyagaraj is asking, can I iterate two arrays simultaneously in a single for each loop? Not possible. It is not possible. You might have only one. Not possible, Tyagaraj. Not possible. Okay, right. You cannot have it. Can't we use, Suhinder is asking, can't we use normal for loop for arrays? You can. We used it, no? In the previous page, we used it, no? Suhinder, we used it in the previous page. See, we have used normal for loop for arrays. Didn't we use it, Suhinder? Suhinder,
Sir, hello, sir.
Who is this?
Suginder here, sir.
Suhinder, we used it, no? Normal for loop?
Yes, sir, we used it only for getting the inputs only now, sir.
Why? No, for
I'm
printing
asking
also,
about executing, sir.
no, for printing also we did. See page number 53. We have done it.
Yes,
at the
sir.
last.
For other things, I'm asking.
What is other things? Hello? What is other things?
Raja, cut.
The loop.
Hello?
Hello.
Huh?
Hello.
Hello,
Sir.
tell me. Huh?
Yes, sir. I'm asking about other things, sir. For using a particular specific value from an array and using it in any expression like that.
No, I didn't get.
No, sir. Like this, we getting the input in from a different variable, no, sir. We getting a different value.
I didn't get.
Hello, sir.
I did not understand.
Yes, sir. We say, for example, we getting the variable. We getting the value from the array
See,
in the name of a different variable, no, sir.
We are taking in the for each loop. What is your question? You answer. Ask me what is your question. I did not understand.
No, sir. I am just asking. Can we use the normal for or while loop for executing a particular value?
Of course, yes,
inside an array.
You can do.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You can do.
Okay, sir.
Definitely you can do. Okay, but in a normal for loop, you have to give the specify the length. Here, not required to specify the length.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right, guys. Okay. So let us now go to the next concept called as variable number of arguments. What are they, guys? Variable number of. In simple form, you call it as what? Varargs. What are they? Varargs. Hello, guys. What are they called as? Varargs. Very important, guys. Very important. Varargs. Okay. Now, what do you mean by varargs? A function that can take 0 or more arguments are called as varargs. What is that? A function that can take 0 or more arguments are called as varargs. Okay, Firasat, can you unmute yourself and talk to me?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by varargs here?
A function that takes 0 or more variables.
More arguments. 0 or more arguments.
More arguments.
Are called as varargs. Guys, in the next page 55. Okay, before that, okay, in the example 1. In the example 1, can you tell me how many times FUNC function is being called? Just tell me the function call. Firasat, tell me how many times FUNC function is called?
4 times, 5 times.
4 times, no?
4
in
times,
a,
4
4 times it is called. Did
yes,
you see that, guys? 4 times it is called. Okay. First time it is called with how many arguments?
1 argument.
Second time it is called with how many arguments?
3 arguments.
Third time it is called with how many arguments?
2 arguments.
And for the last time it is called with how many arguments?
0 arguments.
So you are calling FUNC for 4 times, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But how many methods are there, definitions are there? Tell me for FUNC. How many
4.
method definitions are there? Only 1 method definition is there or 4 method definition is there?
Into V. 1 only, sir.
Definition, method definition, function method definition. Firasat, you're understanding what I'm asking? Method definition. It is very simple. You can see in with your. It is only 1, right? Why are you thinking so much? It is only 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Only 1 function, one method definition is there, right? But
Yes,
how many
sir.
times you are calling it?
4 times, sir.
But you see, each time when you're calling it, you're passing different parameters. Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So how can one method handle different function calls with different parameters? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes,
You
sir.
remember in method overloading, we had the same concept. You remember max of 1 comma 2, max of 1.0 comma 2.0, and you had a max, what is that? 1.0 comma 2.0 comma 3.0. Okay.
Yes.
In method overloading, what you had, guys? You had the same method call, but you had different implementations of this, isn't it, guys? Hello, yes or no, Firasat? In method
Yes, sir.
overloading, how many method definitions you had? Tell me. In method overloading,
3 different method definitions.
3 different method definitions with the same name, but they changed in the number of parameters, type of parameters, and the order of
And
parameters.
order of
Yes or no?
parameters.
But this
Yes,
is
sir.
not method overloading. Did you see that? This is not method overloading. This is nothing but varargs. Varargs means variable number of arguments. Did you see in that method definition? Did you see that int dot 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 v? Did you see that? Yes or no? Did you see that
Yes,
int
sir.
dot
Yes,
dot
sir.
dot v? Yes or no? Right.
Yes, sir.
So this tells you that my function can take any number of parameters, including 0. Hello? Yes or no?
Okay, sir.
Yes or no? This will tell you that my method can take any number of parameters. Okay, 0 or more number of parameters. It says. Okay. So first time what happens is that, listen to me very carefully, guys. This is internally nothing but an array. Internal array. You can call this as an internal array. So don't worry about it now. Okay. It is internally implemented as an array. Okay. Now, Firasat, can you tell me what is the first method call? What is the first method call?
FUNC 1, sir.
1. Okay. So what is the parameter that you're passing?
1, sir.
1,
Integer.
no, it is like 1, right? So basically
Yes, sir.
that 1 will come and sit in V in the form of an array, right? No,
Yes,
it will
sir.
come and sit in the array. Okay. So how it is implemented, let us not bother about it. It is basically an internal array, right? Now you tell me, when I say int dot 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 V, what does this mean? That this expression can take 0 or more number of parameters, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
0 or
Yes,
more
sir.
number of arguments, isn't it, Ma Firasat? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, after coming into this method, now tell me what is there inside that method?
System.out.println number of arguments plus v length contents.
Contents, that is number of arguments. See the output I have given you there. See the output. What does it say? Number of
one.
arguments. And what does v dot length give you?
Length of the array, sir.
Length of this v, isn't it? How much is it? How much is it?
1.
1. Why? Because you have passed only
Only
one
one
parameter.
parameter.
Correct?
Yes.
No. Yes or no? We have
Yes,
passed
sir.
only one parameter, right? And now we are printing the contents, right? Now get
Yes,
into
sir.
that next line. What is there in the next line?
For int x colon v.
X colon v. Okay. So I told you that this will act like an array, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this variable number of argument, what is there now? How many elements are there?
1 element, sir.
And what is that one element?
1, sir.
1. That will go and sit in
V, sir. X, sir.
X. And inside this, I'm trying to print that X value. And that is what is printed in the output there. Did you notice it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, correct. Now again it will try to fetch the value, but V is over. No more elements are there. Only one element was there, and the for each will actually come out. The for loop will actually come out. Yes or no, Firasat?
Yes, sir. Correct. Sir.
Okay. Then what will happen now? So it will come to the main method once again. In the main method, I am calling the FUNC once again. Did you notice that?
Yes, sir.
Second time I'm calling FUNC method.
Time, yes, sir.
Okay, I'm calling. Now when I'm calling the FUNC method second time, how many parameters am I passing?
3 parameters.
3 parameters. Now tell me, this V will contain how many parameters?
3 parameters.
What are they?
1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Now then what will I do? I'll get into that method. Okay. In the method, what is there?
System.out.println number of arguments v length.
V dot length. What is V dot length? Not V length.
Length
It
of
is V dot length. V dot length will give you what?
Length of v, sir.
See the output. Is it giving 3 there?
Yes, sir.
And contains is what?
1, 2, and 3.
Because it will come here 1, 2, and 3. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, I'll go to this third method call. That is FUNC, third time, right? When I'm calling for
Yes,
the third time, what will happen?
There are 2 parameters in v.
So what will V contain?
V contains 3 and 1, 2 parameters, sir.
So what are they? 3 and 1, isn't
3
it?
and 1. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then what will happen? Number of arguments V dot length will be
2, sir.
2. See
And
whether it is
content will be 3 and 1.
and 3 and 1. Very good. And the last one, you see how many arguments am I passing?
There are 0 parameters,
Zero
so v dot
number
length
of
will become
0. Correct.
0. And contents, there are no contents.
There are no contents. Did you understand this, guys? Variable number of arguments. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand variable number of arguments, guys? Yes or no? It is basically like, it is acting like an internal array. Okay. You can pass any number of arguments to this particular thing. Okay. Now I'll give you, I'll make you clear with one more example. Firasat, can you please tell me the next example? What is there?
Okay, sir. Example 2, public class OL Varag's test.
Okay. OL stands for overloading.
Okay,
That
sir.
is what I've done. Okay, overloading varargs test. Okay, because I'm overloading methods that contains varargs. Okay, let us see that. Then tell me what happens. Okay, you keep answering my question, Firasat. Okay. Now, how many method calls are there?
3, sir.
3 method calls are there. Correct. Now, how many method definitions are there? Can you tell me how many method definitions are there?
3 method definitions.
Very good. 3 method definitions. So, what is this concept called as? Okay.
Overloading Varargs.
No, method overloading. We call it as method overloading, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
One method name, but we have 3 implementations of the same name. What is this called as?
Method overloading.
What is method overloading? Method overloading is nothing but single method name having multiple implementations with the same name, but it must change in the type of parameter, number of parameter, and the order of parameter.
Order
This
of
is basically
parameter.
called
Yes,
as
sir.
method overloading. Yes or no? Correct.
Yes.
And now, don't you think method overloading is happening over there, guys? Yes or no? Tell me, everyone.
Yes.
Is method overloading happening there? Yes or no, guys? Hello, tell me whether method overloading is happening or not. It is happening, isn't it? Okay. Now when you say FUNC 1, 2, 3, Firasat, continue from there. You are calling what?
First method, sir.
What is the first?
FUN
No, tell me the first method. How is it calling?
has 3 parameters which are integers, sir.
Which are integers, and what are those values?
1, 2, and 3, sir.
1, 2, and 3, isn't it? Now you have 3 method definitions. Which one will match? The first method definition will match, or second definition method will match?
First will match, sir.
The first one will match, isn't it? Why not the second one and the third one?
Because in second one there is string and in third one there is boolean, sir.
Okay, correct.
Only
So the
first
first one
one
is
has
exactly matching, isn't it? Therefore,
Yes.
it will. So tell me what will happen inside that method.
Number of v dot length, that is 3,
Okay.
gets printed, and
And
contents
contents?
1, 2, 3 gets printed, sir.
Contains 1, 2, 3 will get printed, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see whether you're getting the same output in the next page.
Yes, sir.
See if you're getting the same output in the next page, everyone. Okay, you're getting the same output, isn't it? Okay. Now go to the next method call. Go to the next method call.
FUNC string testing 10, 20.
Okay. So tell me which method call is exactly matching that.
Second method.
Can't it match the first method? Can't it match the first method?
No, sir. In first method there is no string, but in second there is string also and integer also.
Exactly. There is a varargs also as well as string also, isn't it? What about
Yes.
the third method? Third method
In
only
that
Boolean
method,
varargs are there. Only
Yes,
Boolean
sir.
varargs are there, but in the second one is exactly matching it, isn't it? So what will
Yes.
that MSG in the second method definition contain? MSG will contain what?
Testing.
Testing. So don't worry about the string class. I'll be discussing separately about the string class. For now, just for example, I've shown you there. Okay. And then what is that int v will contain? What will v contain?
10, 20. The 2 integer
10, 20.
parameters.
Yeah. So that varargs is able to take that 10 and 20, right? Now get into that method. What is there?
First number of arguments, that is length, v dot length gets printed. That is number of arguments 3.
3, yeah. Why 3?
Testing 10, 20, sir.
Huh?
Testing 10 and 20.
Testing went and sat in MSG, no string message.
Yes, sir.
So
only varargs. Okay, sir. Two only, sir. 10 and 20.
only 10 and 20 went and sat in V, correct? Isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
So
Yes,
V
sir.
dot length will become how much?
2, sir.
Okay, it will become only 2, isn't it? Okay, then get into that system.out.println. I'll print the message that will say testing.
Testing. Yes,
And
sir.
then we have a for each loop which will go through the internal array.
Array and
10 and
prints
20.
10 and 20.
Next what will happen? Next call.
Third method is FUNC true, false, false, which are Boolean type parameters.
Okay.
It matches the third method definition. So first the v dot length, that is 3, gets printed. Later in for each loop, the Boolean values true, false, false will get printed.
Okay. Okay. Now instead of that boolean in that for each loop, that boolean x colon b is there, no?
Yes, sir.
Instead of that boolean, I will take and make it as integer. Then what will happen?
It will give a compile time error and say Boolean can't be stored in int.
Okay. Now what will happen if I remove that in that method definition fun say boolean dot 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 v is there, no? Boolean dot dot
Yes,
dot
sir.
v.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? If I remove that boolean dot dot dot, I mean I will remove that boolean and instead of boolean I will make it as int dot 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 v. Then what will happen? Tell me.
Compile time error again,
Why
sir.
compile time error?
Because there are Boolean values in third method function.
That is not the reason it will give you compile time error. It will give you compile time error, but you must tell me why it will give you compile time error.
Sir, because in the first method also we used
Yeah,
int
int dot 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 v, and the second method also is
initial.
int dot 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 v, and it is not actually, it is against the property. I mean, it is against the rule
of
of method overloading.
method
Method
overloading.
overloading
Yes, sir.
means you cannot have two different methods with the same kind of parameters, isn't it?
Yes,
Right? So it is
yes,
basically ambiguous, and you will result in a compile time error. Guys, did you
yes.
understand, guys? Hello, did you understand this, guys? Hello, guys. Hello, did you understand this? Yes or no? Right? Okay, so Dhyanesh is asking, sir, is Varag special to int or is it applicable for all data types? Dhyanesh, I think you are not listening to my class properly. Did you see that I have used Varags for Boolean? Didn't you see that I've used Boolean for in page number 56? I'm explaining it to you and you're asking me for integer only. It can be used for any data types, Dhyanesh. Okay, you must see the code properly and then only you must, I have told you it is Boolean. I think you're not listening to the class properly. Dhyanesh, you're not listening to the class properly, is it? Listening. Okay, then why did you ask that question? See, I have given Boolean, no, there. Whereas can be applied for other data types. Okay, so Disha and Anand is asking, why do we use 3 dots? Okay, so that you'll have to talk to James Gosling, who implemented Java. Okay, so I think he thought it is not dot 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 might be in number of. I don't know why he used dot dot dot. Okay, so if I was there, I would have used dot 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 only. Is that okay? I'm not sure. Okay, you must talk to James Gosling. That is the syntax of that. Okay, to represent varargs, right? Right, guys, we will go to something called as the standard arrays class, a built-in arrays class. Okay, so which is very, very, very useful and will do all our work very easy for us. Okay, so Firasat, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, so we have something called as the standard arrays class. Guys, can you please underline that arrays and underline that arrays, guys? Arrays, can you understand that arrays, guys? Quickly, just say arrays, underline. That is a standard class. It has so many methods, built-in methods that we can use. Can you please underline that arrays, guys? Okay, the standard arrays class, right? Now, Firasat, can we start one by one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so tell me in that main method, what is there? What is there in the first one?
In first is an array declaration, sir.
You have an array basically with values 23, 45, 11, 54,
11, 54,
89,
89,
32.
32.
Correct? Okay, next what is there?
Int I.
Int I. Okay, next what is there?
System.out.println original array.
Okay, so what is happening inside that for loop? What am I doing in that for loop?
Printing the elements of array, sir.
Exactly. So from first to last, I'm printing the array elements, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, guys? Hello, guys. Is that okay? I'm printing that elements one by one. That for loop from I is equal to 0 till that array dot length. No, I'm printing all the elements. Is that okay, guys? Yeah. Okay. Then what am I doing, ma? We have something called as, what is that
Arrays
it contains?
sort.
It contains arrays dot sort. Okay. So when I have this arrays dot sort, I'm passing that array name. Okay. So now tell me, what is this called as? What is this called as? What is this called as? It's
Method.
called as a method. Okay,
Yes,
what
sir.
method? It is basically a static method. Correct. Now what is this called as? It is basically called as a
Class.
class. So we have a built-in method sort, okay, in the arrays class. Like how we have math class, math.random. We have math.random, right? Correct. Now we have math.random, right? So random is a method of the math
Method
class.
and math is
Similarly,
class.
yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
similarly, sort is a static method belonging to the arrays class. So what is the sort method doing? Sort method will basically take ARR as the input and it will sort the output and give it to you. I don't know if I've given the output of this program. No, I've not given the output of this program. Okay, so when I do the sort method, what happens is that, so the arrays would be sorted. Guys, do you know what do you mean by sorting? Guys, do you know what do you mean by sorting, guys? Hello, sorting is
It's in order,
arranging.
sir.
Sorting is
Yes.
nothing but arranging, okay, the values in either ascending order or descending order. Okay, it is called as what, guys? Either in arranging the arrays in either ascending order or descending order. So when I say arrays dot sort, it will basically arrange this elements in ascending order. Okay, so can you tell me how it will be arranged in ascending order? Can you tell me how to write this in ascending order, guys? I mean, if I say sort, what will be the output? Can you please tell me, put that in the chat box? When I say arrays dot sort and this array, how will it be arranged? Tell me, guys, quickly, how will this be arranged?
11,
Tell me 11,
23,
23,
32,
32,
45,
45,
54 and 89.
54 and 89. This is how it would be arranged inside this array. Is that okay, guys? So the array would be arranged like this. Now, if you want to see the proof, what is that I want to do now? If I want to see whether it is really sorted, what is that I have to do, Firasat?
Print it, sir.
I am printed. See there, am I printing it?
Yes, sir.
Am I printing it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, guys? Am I printing it? Okay. After arranging this using arrays.sort, I am actually printing it. Is that okay?
Yes,
If
sir.
you want to actually sort it in descending order, you have to use something called as a comparator. Okay, so for now it is not needed. During data structures, I'll tell you about what do you mean by comparator and how to actually order it in ascending order or descending order, in whichever order you feel like. Is that okay? For now, I'm just introducing you to arrays class. That's all, right? So we did the sorting and we printed to see that whether it is printing. Can you please write the output over there, guys? Can you on the material can you please from first? Okay, from first we'll write the output, right? Firasat, from first we'll write the output. First one is what, Firasat? First is
Original array.
original array, and then it will print the array, isn't it? So the
Yes,
output
sir.
would be 23, 45, 11,
11,
54,
54,
89,
89,
32.
32.
Yeah, guys, can you put that output in the material? Can you please put the output, guys? Guys, write the output and say done. Guys, say done after writing the output. Okay, what is the next output?
Sorted array
Sorted
in
array. So
ascending order.
sorted array in ascending order, and then it will print this, isn't it? 11, 23, 32, 45, 54, 89, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now it is sorted, correct? Now, guys, put this output over there. Guys, put this output now. Guys, return. Okay. Next, what is the next one we have? We have something called as binary search. What? Guys, can you please mute yourself? Anyone talking and disturbing the class, mute yourself now, please. Okay. Now, Firasat, what do you mean by binary search?
Searching an element in an array. Sir.
Exactly. Binary search is a method which is used. Okay. It will be giving some idiot is trying to do some nonsense. Okay. Okay. Right. Now listen to me. Guys, please make sure that you concentrate in the class and try to avoid all nonsense here. Okay. Now what happens here, Firasat, tell me what do you mean by binary search?
In binary, the method is used to search an element from the given array.
Exactly. So it means I will give you one element input. Okay, you have to see whether that particular element is given in this array or not. Guys, hello, did you understand this? What do you mean by binary search? Binary search is an algorithm, okay, which will take one input, okay, no, and after taking an input, okay, exactly, Disha, you're right, from a sorted array, binary search. Okay, guys, listen to me. Binary search is an algorithm which will for which we need to give an input. Okay, so you have to give an input. In that example, which input that I have given? Oh, Firasat, can you tell me what is the input that I have given?
23, 45.
Hey, no,
Sir,
which is
sorted one, sir. 11, 23, 32,
no, yeah,
40.
that okay. I'm talking about what are you trying to find out? Which element are you trying to find out?
54, sir.
54, correct. So I am trying to find out whether that 54 is there in the sorted array or not, correct?
Yes, sir.
That is what I'm saying. Okay, so if it is there, okay, it will tell me where is the index which it is present. Okay, and it will give you the index or the place or the position where it is actually present. Is that okay? Hello,
Yes,
guys,
sir.
is that okay? Right? Yeah, I want you to try this program and see. And also I want you to try, if you give an input that is, if you give an element that is not there in this particular array, then what will happen? Okay, try that out also and post it in the group today. Right? Now, next, what will happen? Can you tell me?
Element 54 found it.
That is okay. That particular index. Okay. Next, come to the
Yes.
next one. What is the next method?
Int new array that equals to new int 6.
So what do you mean? I'm creating a new array location, isn't it? I'm
Yes,
creating
sir.
a new array location, isn't it? I'm creating a new array of 6 elements, right? And then what am I doing?
New array equals to arrays dot copy of.
Arrays dot
copy of
Copy of, correct? And then what am I doing?
ARR comma R dot length.
R dot length. What does it mean? Array dot copy of, what does it mean, guys? Tell me. Array dot length, what does this mean?
To make the
It
copy of the existing array, sir.
Exactly. It means this is the existing array, isn't it? This is the existing array, isn't it? Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
So from the starting till this end, that is array dot length. Okay. So whatever is there, make a copy of this array and store it into another array with the name new array.
Yes, sir.
Did you see that? Store it into this new array. Now, how do I know whether it is made a copy of new array or not?
By
How do you
printing
know?
it, sir.
Exactly, by printing it. So did you see that I'm actually printing it over there? Okay, when you print it, you'll get the duplicate of the array already that is existed. Is that okay, guys?
Yes.
Okay, now what is the next one we have? We have something called as
Arrays
arrays
dot
dot fill. Okay, so when I say arrays dot fill and I'm saying array comma 0, and if you open, when you try to print that array, this entire array would be filled with a value of 0. Is that okay? Hello,
Okay, sir.
Firasat, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So when I
Yes,
say
sir.
array dot fill array, so this array will be completely replaced with a value of 0. Now I want you to try this. If I remove the 0 and make it as 1, what will happen? And if I
Array will be replaced with 1.
you try it out, okay? So if I remove it with, if I actually keep it with a, what will happen? So on and so forth. You'll have to try it out. Is that okay,
Okay.
guys? Okay. So quickly, Firasat, can you quickly tell me what all is happening in this quick recap? Whatever is happening here.
In this program, we sorted the array.
No,
We searched
from first. We discussed a standard built-in class called as arrays, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It is a built-in class, and this class will give lot of methods so that it will be very easy for us to work on arrays concept, isn't it? Right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. No. So what all did we do? We did arrays dot sort. Okay. What did this sort to do? Sort will sort an array, correct? And then we
Yes,
use
sir.
one more. What is it? Arrays dot.
Arrays dot binary
dot-
search.
It is called binary search. So when we did a binary search, what did we do? We actually gave an input to it to actually, we gave an element for us to find, for it to find out whether that element is there in that array or not, isn't it? Okay, that is basically
Yes.
called as binary search. Then what did we do? Okay,
Arrays dot copy of. We
arrays
made a
dot
copy of
copy
the
of, right?
existing array.
Now, yeah. So copy of method will basically make a copy of an existing array, isn't it? And store it into a new array. Okay. Then
New
what
array.
did we learn? Arrays
We
dot
did arrays dot fill.
arrays dot
Fill.
fill. Okay, this will fill the array with a given value, isn't it? Yes or
Yes, sir.
no? So these are the ones that I actually showed you, that that arrays dot class exists. There are hundreds of methods in this particular class. If you can go to Java language specification website, Java website, Oracle website, and see all the methods given in arrays class, you can actually figure out what all it does. Okay, so I just gave you the taste of arrays class. Is that okay, guys?
Okay, sir.
Hello, guys. Is that okay? Right? I want you to type it practically and see the output of this today and post it in the group. Is that okay? Okay. So Saujanya is asked. Saujanya, try and see, ma. Try if you don't give length and see what will happen in copy of method. Is that okay, Saujanya? Will you try that out and see? Okay. I just showed you what all methods are there. Now you try out different combination of all methods and see what will happen. Is that okay, guys? Okay, no? Okay. Now, right? Guys, are you all ready? We are getting into the very important thing. I want everyone to be ready now. Cool, guys. Are you all ready? Yeah. Yeah. So anyone else who can talk to me? Anyone else? Anyone else? I want to give chance for someone else. Anyone else? Okay. So we have Shekhar. You are there in the class. Shekhar, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Shekhar, will you help me out?
Yes,
Yeah?
sir. Sure.
We'll go to page number 58. We'll go to page number 58. Yeah.
Yes, sir. One
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
58. Okay. So in page number 58, first one, what will happen? Rohit, tomorrow I'll give you a chance, Rohit. Okay, Rohit? I didn't see that.
8th example, right, sir? 8th one.
58 from first, guess the output. Did you see
Okay.
58 page number? Guess the output. You're there? Not there?
In my book, after 57, direct
In your book, direct? Who guessed the
60 is
output?
there.
Page number 60. No, guess the output.
58
Sir,
is
actually
not
there
there,
is
sir.
60, later
in
there
my
is
PDF.
57 and 58 repeated, sir.
Okay. So can you tell me where is it? Guess the output. Which page number?
Page number 58 only, sir. But after 57, there is 60, later there is 57, and then there is 58, sir.
Okay. Now go to 58.
Yes, sir. Guess the output.
Okay. First one shall we do?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first one. What is the output? I mean, what will happen if I
Double
compile
V.
that? Go and see the starting of the. Okay, tell me, Shekhar. You tell me.
Like this, if we print, it will print all the values, sir, in loop.
Isn't it? I mean, is it?
Yes,
It will
sir,
give you
I
an
guess.
error. It will give you an error because that is not the right way to create an array. You cannot create an array like that. Do you see the, go to page number 54, see the different ways I've shown you how to create an array. You cannot create an array like this. That is a wrong way to create an array. You cannot create. Is that okay, Shekhar?
Okay, like assignment, we can do like assignment.
No, you can only do initialization. Double square bracket v is equal to, you can give initialization. You cannot create double square bracket v semicolon, and then next line you cannot say v equal to, that is not possible. Okay, but you can say, see in page number 54, in other ways I have given you first example. That is valid. You will have to do like that.
Okay, sir. So
Guys,
it should be in the same line.
It should be in the same line. Is that okay? So you can compile it, that will give you an error. Okay. Next one, second one. Okay, second one you leave, that requires string knowledge. So we'll do that in the string chapter. Okay, come to third one. In the third one, above that example, write this statement. Above that third one, above that for loop, write this. Int a is equal to new int 5. Guys, everyone put that in the material. New int 5. Put this in the material, guys. Int a is equal to new int 5. Okay, put that in the material. Okay. Shekhar, did you put this on top of that for loop?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me what will happen.
So can you declare array like this inside a square bracket?
Where?
Like int inside square bracket a.
Oh, yeah, sorry, sir. I mean, I was not seeing. No, sorry. I didn't see that. I was just seeing that for loop and writing. It happened inside this. Okay, sorry. Tell me.
Okay, so all the elements will be 0, 0, 0 initially if you won't give any value. So it will print 0, 0, 0.
Okay. Do you
No,
think
the
so?
length will be 0 only. So it won't print anything, sir.
Hey, length will be 0. How length will be 0?
No, it's 45. Length will be 5. Because
A dot length will be
declaring
5.
the array of 5.
So a dot length will be 5. Now go through that for loop one by one quickly.
Yeah, so that at
Okay,
index.
okay. Wait. Okay, do one thing. Okay, do one thing. Okay, instead of this, you do like this. Okay, instead of this, you put this. Okay, a 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. Enough. Okay, you put this. Instead of that, previously I told you, instead of that, you put this. Now you run the code. Did you put that?
Sir, it will print 2, 1, 3, 0, 0.
Why? No, I'm telling you, instead of that 5, you only put 2, 1, 3. Enough.
No, okay.
Okay, assume that, I mean, earlier I told to put this, no? Int square bracket a is equal to 1, something I asked you to put, right? What is that I asked you to put? I forgot what I asked you to put. Okay, I asked you to put a new int of 5, right? Okay, instead of this, you put this. Instead of this, you put this. Okay.
Okay. So the array length will be 3.
Array length would be 3. Okay. Then now navigate through that from first I is equal to 0. Start from there.
Yeah. So we check the index 0 of the array. So it is 2.
0, 1, 2. Okay.
So at index 0, the 2 is there. So it will print
2 is there. 2 will get printed then.
So 2 plus space it will print. So it will iterate I plus plus. So I become 1. So at index 1, the value is 1. So it will print 1.
Okay.
Again space. Plus the I become 2. At index 2 value is 3. So it will print 3.
Then I plus plus.
And I become 4.
So I won't become 4. I will become 3. I will not become 4. I will become 3.
Oh, sorry. 3 less than equal to 3. True.
Less than or equal to 3 is true, no?
Yes, true.
Then it will get inside then.
So it will print error, sir, because we can't access the memory.
Exactly. That is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So it will print 2, 1, 3 and give you a runtime error. Correct? No? During runtime, it will give you an error because maximum you can, access is 0, 1 and 2. But on the last iteration, what is happening is that you are trying to access a of 3, isn't it? When you're saying a of 3, automatically it is array bounds exception. You're going out of the array, correct? So it will result in array bounds exception. Is that okay, guys? Array bounds exception. Try this out and see. Guys, is that okay? Hello? Everyone, is that okay? Simple program, simple one. Is that okay, guys? Yeah, cool. Okay. Now, Shekhar, next one we will do.
Yes, sir.
Shekhar, in that next one, fourth one, I think in the for loop I have given length like this, isn't it? In the for
Yes,
loop,
sir. It's like method.
it's like
Yeah,
method, right? It's not a method. Can you remove that? It's not a method. Can
Okay,
you
okay.
remove that? It's not a method. Now, can you tell me what is the output of that?
We declared the array of 6 integer value.
Like this,
So,
okay.
yes, sir.
So what will happen? This will result in a compile time error because declaring like this is not allowed in Java.
Okay.
Is that okay? This was
Okay.
earlier. Before Java 5, this was allowed, but now it is not allowed. This is compile time error. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Fine. Guys, put down. Fourth one, you cannot define it like this. You cannot define an array like this. This will result in a compile time error, guys. This is wrong. This is result in a compile time error. Write that, guys. Write down in the fourth one. Did you get right? Compile time error. Did you note it down? Guys, did you note it down? Okay. Shekhar, in the fifth one, Shekhar, I think I've given int like this, no? 6 or something
Same
I've given,
only.
right?
Yes,
right?
sir.
So remove that from there. Remove that from there. Just say, remove that from there. So it will become int of x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? Now, can you
Yes, sir.
spot any error there? Can you spot any error?
Yes, sir. Sir, length again it is like method.
Exactly. Yeah. So in interviews they'll confuse you, right? It looks like method, so it is not a method. So this is the error. So that will result in a compile time error. Is that okay? It will say there is no method like that. So that is an error. Is that okay, guys? Yeah. Okay. So it is basically an error. Okay. Length is not length is not a method. Okay. So sixth one, Shekhar. Sixth one.
6 1 double D. D dot length I plus plus. Yes, sir. It will iterate d of I d of 0 equal to.
Let me start here. 1.1 comma 2.2 comma 3.3 comma 4.4 comma then 5.5 comma 6.6. Okay, then tell me what will happen. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Okay, right. Okay, now tell me.
So the array length is 6. So
Array length is 6. Okay.
Yeah, sir. The inside for loop at index 0, d of I, the 1.1 plus 1.0. So it will become 2.1.
D of I is 0. Okay, 1 point. So you're adding. Okay, huh.
So we're updating the array again with adding one value.
You're updating the array. So what will this become?
2.1. 3.1. Sorry, 3.3, 4.4.
Sorry, this is 3.2. This is 4.3.
4.5, 5.6.
No, 1 minute. 4.4 plus 1.0 is how much? 1.5.4.
Yes.
Correct, no? And this one become 7.6, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then.
So in next loop,
this is the output of first loop. This is the output of first loop, correct? This is the output of first loop. Correct, Shekhar?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are not printing it, but it's updated.
Yeah, we are not printing it, but it is updated. Correct. Next.
Yeah. So int I equal to d dot length minus 1. So, sir, I think we are printing in reverse manner.
Exactly. Yeah. So what we are doing is, can you tell me what will int I become first? Int I is equal to?
Length minus 1. So 6 minus 1, 5.
So d dot length. D dot length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 6 minus 1 is 5. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be I is equal to 5, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I is equal to length and I greater than or equal to 0. And then I minus. So what happens is you are printing from behind. So it will become 7.6, 6.5, 5.4, 4.3, 2.2 and 2.1 will get printed. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct, Shekhar. Correct. Guys, is that okay? Did you understand this? Hello? Shekhar, don't go away. Be in the session. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Guys, do you understand this? Hello? Everyone? We are just printing it from the reverse, from the back side. That's all. Okay? Clear, no? Simple one. Yeah. So, Shekhar, next one, sixth one.
We are calling the function with passing 1, 2, and 3 attribute.
Okay. Just see how many methods are there. How many method definitions are there?
1 minute, sir. Two function definition are there.
Only two are there. Okay. Two method
Yeah.
definitions are there. Then.
Yeah, and one is a variable argument function of integer, and one is of Boolean.
Okay, so we have two varargs, one with integer, the other one with Boolean. Okay, guys, can you please underline that? Underline that int dot dot v and Boolean dot dot v. Okay,
Then, sir, for first method function 1, 2, 3. So the first method is called int dot dot v.
Okay.
So we're printing length as 3.
So it means for the first function call, that is first method call 1, 2, 3, it will match the first method definition int dot dot v. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Second one, for the second one.
Second one, we call the Boolean function with Boolean
True,
list,
false,
variable
true. So we will it will match the second
match
method
to the second function.
That is Boolean dot dot v. Okay, correct. Okay, done. What about the third one?
Third one, sir, we don't have any argument.
We don't have arguments. What does variable number of arguments say, Shekhar?
0, sir.
It can match 0 as well as more.
But it will match for both, sir. I think
exactly.
It will be an ambiguous.
Yeah.
Ambiguity.
So first, what happens is we have to understand that variable number of arguments can match 0 or more arguments, right, guys? It can match 0 or more arguments, and therefore here for that last method, both the method definitions will be matched. It can match both. Right, so the compiler will get confused and it does not know which one to match, therefore it will result in an ambiguity. Okay, so can you write down, guys? Sixth one is ambiguity error. Sixth one is ambiguity error. First one it can match, second one it can match, but the third one it can match both the methods, therefore it is an ambiguity error. Yeah. Okay, right. So seventh one.
Seventh one, we are calling the function method.
Seventh one, we are calling the 1 minute. We are calling only one method call is there, correct? No?
Yes, sir.
How many method definition is there, Shekhar?
1, 2, 2 method definition are there, sir.
2 method definition are there. Okay.
Yeah. One is with variable arguments, and another one is with one single integer and one
variable number of arguments.
Variable is argument.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then which one will match?
Sir, I think it will goes to first method because only one argument.
It will go to
first method, sir, with integer variable argument.
Okay. Okay.
But because if you matched with the second definition, there should be at least one integer variable. The second there should be must and should a second argument.
If Shekhar, go see sixth one. What did you discuss? Sixth one?
Yeah, we can pass 0 also, sir.
You can pass 0 also. No?
I think it will be. Yeah, so ambiguity maybe.
Yeah, seventh one is also ambiguity error. The reason is, okay, see, variable number of arguments is it can match 0 and more number of arguments. Correct? No, Shekhar, 0 or more. Right?
Yes, yes,
so in the first call, when I say function of 1, it can match the first one. It can also match the second one, because for the second one, that one will come and sit in n, and int dot dot v is not mandatory that it has to pass some value. It can even take 0 arguments, isn't it? Right, so it has the potential to match both the method definitions, therefore it will give you an ambiguity error. Okay. Yeah, it will give you an ambiguity error. Even seventh one is ambiguity error. Okay. So fine, so we will do this eighth one and ninth one. It will require a little bit of guys, is it okay if we have another 15 minutes? Guys, we can finish off this. Guys, 15 minutes. Can we proceed, guys? Another 15. Shekhar, you're okay? 15 minutes?
Yes, sir. No problem.
No problem, no? So we'll have this 15 minutes, guys. Only 15 minutes, so that we can. It's a very interesting thing. Okay, it requires a little bit of extra. What is that? Effort. So please listen. It's little bit not complicated, but it needs your energy, and it needs your complete concentration. Okay. So we will finish off. Or shall we do it tomorrow? What do you feel? We need a lot of energy for it. Guys, we'll do, will not do. Tell me, based on your input, we'll do. We'll do now. We'll do now, everyone? Yeah, okay, guys, okay, cool. Let's do now, right? Most of them are saying, okay. Shekhar, what will do, Shekhar?
Okay, sir, what the majority of the people we can go with majority?
Majority are saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Because this cannot be done without interest. It is little bit... Okay, guys, fine. So the assignment to assignment for tomorrow is that you have to trace the 8th one and 9th one and come to class. Is that okay? 8th one and 9th one, you have to trace it by yourself with diagram and then come to class. So tomorrow, and then we will do programs also tomorrow. Is that okay? We'll do programs also tomorrow, guys, right? Fine, checker, we'll do tomorrow then. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay then, guys. Okay. So chalo. So meet you tomorrow. Until then, take care. Bye bye. See you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Guys, do you have any doubt, guys? I'm waiting for you. You have any doubts? You can ask me.
Sir, this is Yuvraj here.
This is
Yuvraj, sir.
yeah, Yuvraj. Tell me, Yuvraj.
Sir, what is the difference between stack and heap memory, sir? I heard it a lot, but I don't have a clear view about it.
Stack is a place to store your method variables, and heap is a place to store your dynamically allocated objects. This is what I can tell you now.
Okay, sir.
Stack is basically, you saw that activation record in functions. I told you about activation record.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all your method variables inside that method, whatever variables are there, that would be stored in a stack. But wherever dynamically, during runtime, memory would be allocated during runtime, right? Using your new operator and all that. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
that would be allocated. So anything which is dynamically allocated, right? That would be stored on the heap segment.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Anusha here.
Yeah, Anusha, tell me.
Sir, is it possible to print the elements of the array without using for or for each loop, sir?
Without printing the array, you have to use some loops. Yeah. Why did you get this question, first of all?
This is random thought I got, sir. Like, without using the loops, whether we can print the.
How do you fetch elements then? How do you fetch the value?
So we can give the values before only, no, sir.
You tell me, I will do that. Shall I create one array?
Yes, sir.
Print a is equal to, okay, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you tell me now how to print this value.
So suppose if we want to print these elements, sir. How to
do
do?
I print? I told you using for you can do like this: system.out.println a of 0. Okay, like this you have to write some 5 times.
Okay,
A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, like this. System.out.println. Okay, system.out.println. Okay, system.out.println. Okay. Hello, Anusha.
Yes, sir.
You asked me doubt and you ran away.
No, sir. Actually, it wasn't getting unmuted. That's why I was like.
Okay, this is like this. Okay, then.
I got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Why are you getting such kind of doubts? This is not doubts only, first of all.
Okay, sorry.
Anusha, why you are getting such kind of doubts? I'm not knowing. Anyways, no problem. Okay, you understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Guys, next.
So this is Meghna, sir.
Yeah, Meghna, tell me.
So the for each loop is only used to print the values, sir.
No. See, for each loop is not used for printing the values. For each loop is used to take the values from an array. And once you take that values from an array, you can do anything with that value.
Okay.
You took the value into an array. Whatever you want, you do with that array, no?
Okay, sir.
Yes or no? I mean, that value, what you see, for each is used to iterate through an array, take the element one by one, and whatever you want to do inside this, you can do. I am just printing it, that's all. You can do whatever you want inside this.
Yes. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, for each loop is used to take the values from the heap and store into the stack, sir.
Yes, correct. It is not in the stack. Yeah, you can call it like that also. Yes, but you can do the other way also. From one, you can use it to store it in. Yeah, for my example, for now, yes, correct. You can do that only.
Yeah,
Okay. But yeah, there are some occasions where you can actually take from one object and put it into some other object. But it should be an iterable object. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Hello. Tell me.
Sir, this is Disha. I have a doubt in this guess the output 7th question, sir.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah, it says for the second definition of the function. So it says int n comma int of v. So why do we need int n when we are using int of v?
We don't need actually. That was given to make sure that you understand the topic very clearly. That's all.
Oh, okay, sir.
That is not needed and all that. Normally you don't code it also, but sometimes yes, if I mean this program was given just to confuse you so that you'll understand. I mean you'll understand that how in what all ways you can be confused.
Okay, sir, got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Guys, any other doubts? Guys, hello, you have any other doubts? Hello guys, any other doubts you have? Hello, no doubts? Okay, fine then.
Sir?
So, yes.
Sir, Bhagyashree, sir.
Yeah, Bhagya, tell me.
Sir, in defining the function, we can we pass two varaks, sir? Like
Yeah,
int varaks and comma int varaks, sir?
No, you cannot.
Okay, sir.
That is
Means
so
like
understood. I understood. Yeah, tell me.
it's like in we have declared like in one example, sir. Function testing comma 10 comma 20, sir.
I got
So
it.
like
I got
we
it.
can.
I got it. No, you cannot.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Any doubts? Okay. So, chalo. Meet you tomorrow. Okay. Do the assignment and then come. Okay. Chalo. Bye.